Namaste, Jai Bharat. The defense deal of agreement between Bharat and America is renewed for another 5 years. Now, with this, Pakistan becomes restless and upset. They are worried that what America is going to give, how they are going to stand, etc., etc., etc. This is because Pakistan desperately depends on America for several things. They are threatening, when they talk about we are a nuclear power, we will do this. Their, I think, defense minister, that man who speaks reasonably good English and reasonably not in good accent, not really good English in that sense of language, but in the sense of pronunciation, he speaks reasonably good English. He pronounces reasonably good English, though the language is shallow. That, of course, is a politician. You need not have a strong language. He says, when we will attack Bharat, it will be 50 times harder, something like that. Now, what enables the Pakistani leadership to make such kind of statement is because their dependency on America, their trust, not really trust in the sense, I don't know, they must be trusting no one. They expect America to help them in the crisis, and America do help them. They helped them in 71, they helped them now also in Operation Sindoor also. All these things they do. They help America, America helps Pakistan because America wants to use Pakistan. Otherwise they are not very altruistic and humanitarian kind of people. They are bothered of themselves, extremely self-oriented kind of people. But since Pakistan depends on them, they will come to the help. Obviously, they do come. So they expect that America will do the same thing they part, but we don't need. Actually, Pakistani people those are talking are unable to understand, in spite of all these differences, how could Bharat still be having relations with America? Whether good relation, bad relation is secondary. Relations with them, they still go and they still talk. They still may be shaking hands, and this agreement gets renewed. This defense deal. What Pakistan doesn't understand is we know what America is. We know what Pakistan is. We know what China is. We know what Russia is. We know what Israel is. And we know whom to trust. And we also know whom to remain neutral. We also know whom not to trust. So, another point is that which Pakistan doesn't understand is that Bharat agrees to disagree. There is agreement of difference and difference of agreement. So, agreement of difference makes things very smooth and straightforward and transparent. You don't like this point, fine. I am for this, you are not for this. That part is there. You don't get mixed up. You don't make things a mess of things by mixing up different aspects together. The point is that we know where to do what. We know where to put a hold on to what, and we know where to stop a person from proceeding. We know where a person should be let to proceed further, etc., etc., etc. So there is no problem. We know that we can't have serious defense deals when we don't get the entire object whatever we try to buy from them, with the entire history of it, with the entire technical know-how, and possibility to get that thing made in our nation. That's a broader perspective what Bharat carries. When this doesn't, when they don't agree in certain aspects, okay, we agree to disagree. Then we will find a way of functional matter to coexist. This Pakistan doesn't know. They are not that intelligent or what? I should not say that, but they are unable to understand it and they are unable to function like that. Their rationality is much dormant as compared to their emotional kind of dominance. So that's a problem that they don't understand and they fail to understand. But then this makes them restless. This makes them lamenting that America is with Bharat. How could they be? They are already supposed to be with us, and why should they be with Bharat? They don't understand America also. America is with everyone for whatever they need. There's no objection to us. We know that they are that. No harm. We also know how to deal with them. No harm. So where it is a possible cooperation, fine. We don't have that kind of a concept which generally Pakistani community has, that is nafrat, as they call, this hatred towards something. And we don't have any hatred to anything at all and anyone at all. Why should there be hatred to someone? Each one has his own frames of existence within which he is functional. Some of it we don't agree with, and some of it we don't like. So we may not go together with them. We object sometimes, even counter such moves. But that doesn't mean that we hate a person. So hatred is never built into this. Why Pakistan fails to understand these things? Because they built in this hatred concept, nafrat concept into everything. Actually, the whole perspective in them begins with nafrat. It's a beautiful word for them. They live in nafrat and thrive in nafrat and look at others in nafrat. Who do they love is for them to find out. We shall meet again. Namaste. Jai Bharat, Jai Siya Ram.